once again, I'm going to cut in front of the chairman. We have one last thing that I have the honor of doing, and we're going to induct somebody else that's not on the agenda for obvious reasons, because he happens to be the chair of the committee. And he's going in, that would be Tom Ellison, by the way, under category, sort of a special category, KCSS head cheerleader. He doesn't have the legs of the cheerleaders I used to know. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, Tom's history is, and we're doing a lot of history today, he was born on the family farm just a little bit west of Pottageville. And today he still lives on the family farm. He has a piece of the family farm where he has his home with his family, Barb and his two sons. He started high school actually in Aurora, at Aurora District High School, which is Dr. Williams High School now. Because he started in '59 and King didn't come into existence, we didn't open this school until 1961. So Aurora took the opportunity of kicking him out of the school after grade 10, and he had to come to King. And it was, at that time, it was called King City Composite School. So Tom starts grade 11 in 1961, and believe it or not, he actually graduated in 1964. He went on to York University and got an honors BA in history. History again. Paul, you should be talking to this guy. He got his teaching certificate and started teaching. His first 2 years were at Western Tech, but then he had an opportunity to come to King in 1971. I fortunately left King in 1970, so I didn't have to have him as a teacher. And he entered the history department, and three of his, I won't say cronies, that doesn't sound right, but Gary and John and Carol were all in the history department, and I think all at the same time as Tom. And he spent 29 years here in the history department, and he retired in the year 2000. During his tenure here, he was up to his neck, would be an understatement, in school life. He was a staff advisor to the ARCOM, which is the yearbook. He coached football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. And who could ever forget his stint as Commander Tom, and with Les Smith, who was LJ the DJ. And they were the DJs and entertainment at many school dances and fundraising activities, and anyone that went to King would remember Commander Tom. Just because he retired in the year 2000, he didn't leave King, actually. He kept coming back, and he coached basketball, football with his good friend Mike Mallory. He led the boys basketball team on to York Region Championships in 2001 and 2006. He established the King City Athletic Council, which ran numerous tournaments. The Court of Kings, which was a basketball tournament, Tip-Off was basketball, and King Carnival. He mentored hundreds of students in the logistics of event planning, largely supervising them when they were creating schedules and banquets and dances, award ceremonies, and assemblies. Tom was certainly dedicated as a member of the King City community. I mean the King City High School community. If that wasn't enough, he's took up officiating basketball with the Georgian Bay Association. He went on and was a member of the York Region Association of Basketball Officials, where he held various positions, including 2 terms as president. He mentored rookie officials and evaluated on-court activities officials. In 1986, this is when Tom and I first really met, I guess it started in '85. We were on the committee for the 25th high school reunion here. And we certainly did a lot. There's other members of the committee here, Doug Clark, Janet Sherman, Joan Johnson, just a bunch of us that were all doing it. And at the end of the reunion, Tom says to me, "We've done all this work, why don't we create an alumni association?" And I thought it was a good idea at the time. I was appointed president, and I can't get out of the job now. Thanks, Tom. Anyways, we went on, we had a great time, and we organized the reunions from 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. And after 6, we decided to retire from that. We've done a lot of great things, I think, around the school, with Jim McGugan's inspiration. We started this case of distinction in '03. Tom and I have been on the committee. He's currently the chairman. And with the Alumni Association, I may have been the president, but it was really the guy that was running the show, driving the bus, was Tom Ellison. Absolutely. If that wasn't enough, Tom has a passion for baseball. He's a founding member of the Aurora King Baseball Association. He played and coached, acted as president of the King Township Baseball Association from the mid-1990s to the early 2000s. He spent 10 years with the Nobleton Kings men's baseball team before moving on to coach various teams and umpiring. As if he didn't have enough to do, he takes up umpiring. He became umpire-in-chief, and through the Ontario Baseball Association, he mentored many aspiring umpires. And Tom went on to be certified by the OBA as a level 3 umpire, which is the highest level of umpiring you can achieve in the association. Earlier this year, Tom received an honor in recognition of his dedication to baseball in and around King Township. I don't know if all of you know, there's a memorial park down by the arena here in King City, and they've refurbished it. And the new baseball diamond has been named sorry, I'm pretty proud of this guy. The Tom Ellison Baseball Diamond. So I'd like to introduce the spirit of King City KCSS, Mr. Baseball of King Township, and my good friend, Tom Ellison.
Well, now I know what mixed feelings are all about. In the words of our 3 inductees this morning, I've got a mixture of gratitude and hatred. And I do apologize for my rather bloated resume taking away from your morning. That will be all that you will hear from me, except to say thank you, John. I consider you and everybody else on the committee a friend as well.